Graduands, graduates, diplomats, family and friends, the academic procession is about to enter the hall. Will you please stand? You may now be seated.
Distinguished guests, university colleagues, industry and community partners, families and friends, and most importantly, those of you who are graduating today, I extend the warmest welcome to you all. As we gather today, we recognise that we meet together on the lands of the Palawa people, the traditional owners and continuing custodians of Lutruwita, Tasmania. This place has been the site of learning, a site of gatherings and of ceremonies for tens of thousands of years. For me, this is a special place because it really represents the start of my learning journey and a lifelong connection to education. We acknowledge with deep respect elders past, present and emerging, and extend that respect to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders people who are with us today. It is an honour and also very exciting to be here today, sharing this moment when you become a graduate of this wonderful university and step out into the next phase of your life. I offer you the warmest congratulations, and for those who are part of your journey, because to graduate is a very special occasion. When I look out at everyone today, I can't help but think of all the stories that must be in the room. Stories about what led you to deciding to go to university, stories about what going to university has meant to you, and stories about the aspirations and hopes that you hold today as you step out of this forum as graduates, each making your own unique contribution to the world. You're well prepared to make that contribution, for by awarding you with your degree today, the university is recognising that you have achieved a level of confidence, a level of excellence in your particular discipline. And that disciplinary excellence, about to be formally and publicly recognised, means that when you are asked, so what do? You might have a new answer to that offer, reflecting on all the studies that have led you to being able to say, I'm a graduate engineer, or I'm an expert in ITS or ICT. For those of you being awarded a PhD, you'll become a doctor. And whatever you put before your name, there will always be a few more letters that you can put after it, a sign to the world of what you've achieved. Graduating is a very significant achievement for which each and every one of you should be justifiably proud, and it should fill you with affection for your learning and those who have supported you. Just as there are many milestones that have led you to this moment, I hope that there will be many, many more in your careers and professional development as you continue to work hard and experience the satisfaction of further learning, growth and achievement. In pursuing this, I also hope there are many other moments in life beyond your work that are sources of great meaning and joy. No doubt you observe from the family, friends and community who've supported you along this journey that a life well lived is one that achieves balance. As a part of that, each one of you has a tremendous opportunity to give generously to your community and to know that you are helping others and that help is enormously satisfying. You can do this in so many ways, and many of you no doubt have already started that giving, perhaps even in ways that you don't currently recognise. It might be lending a hand, mentoring a fellow student or work colleague, or perhaps you lend your skills and experience to a local community organisation, your own children, and perhaps a not-for-profit. There are so many opportunities. Indeed, there's so many ways to make a difference, especially as the graduate of a university whose mission is to do just that. For example, at the moment, there is no more pressing challenge in our world than climate change. And being named as the #1 university in the world for climate action for the second year in a row is the testimony of the outstanding work being undertaken right across our university, a university that I hope you are as proud to be a part of as I am. There are also many other examples. 4 of our colleagues were lead authors in the IPCC recent report on climate change impacts, adaptation and vulnerability. And researchers at TIA, the Tasmanian Institute of Architecture, have been helping to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by trialling how seaweed can reduce the amount of methane released by livestock. They are also leading efforts to understand what's happening in globally important southern oceans ecosystems, as well as contributing to efforts to protect the world's unique plant and fungal species by better understanding what's being done locally, nationally and globally to conserve them. And if we lift our gaze from the sea to the stars, our astronomy researchers, you may have seen their site as you drive down the Midlands Highway at Spring Hill, the Green Hill Observatory, has made remarkable work exploring the deep reaches of space, discovering planets well beyond our solar system and revealing how stars are born. They are also key players in a rapidly growing space industry here in Australia and overseas, working in some of the really big names that all of us would hear about from time to time. Don't underestimate our greatness. These achievements exemplify our university's mission to make a difference for Tasmania and from Tasmania and to the world. We are proud of each one of you who's graduating today, as ultimately it'll be through you and the difference you make that we fulfil our mission, no matter where your path takes you. Some of you will stay in Tasmania, some of you will go to other places and other countries, and some of you will go away and then come back. All of you will make a difference that reaches across the globe, making a special Tasmanian contribution wherever you may be. Whether you're originally from Tasmania or not, I hope you all now feel just a little bit Tasmanian, and importantly, that you will always treasure your connection to Tasmania and its people. I have experienced and witnessed over and over again how these connections pop up in surprising ways as you venture forth, and how unshakable this bond to Tasmania can be. The Tasmanian way is sometimes understated, and there are special things that come with this, including a quiet determination and adaptability that underpins many of our great successes. We like to think this Tasmanian way also fosters people with broader understanding who are multi-skilled and truly do just get on with it and do great work for Tasmania and the world. So, as you step out as graduates, we hope you will remember these Tasmanian qualities and draw on them as a source of strength and inspiration in the years ahead. We are proud to call you a graduate of the University of Tasmania, and we welcome you to a community of diverse, talented people who over 133 years of our history have contributed and continue to contribute to a better Tasmania and a better world. Congratulations. It's now my pleasure to invite Dr. Sam Perkins to present the occasional address. Dr. Perkins is the Chief Executive Officer of Cellular Agriculture Australia. At the University of Tasmania, he completed a Bachelor of Engineering with honours in 2007 and a PhD in Aeronautical Engineering in 2012. He's also lectured at the university, where he received a teaching award. Sam has over 10 years' experience across the academic, humanitarian and private sectors. His expertise in participatory approaches and innovative management marries well with his experience in strategic leadership, change management, and his passion for supporting teams to create and deliver on novel, strategically aligned and impactful solutions. Sam is motivated by that role that appropriate technology can play in delivering sustainable, scalable and meaningful solutions to complex challenges. He is passionate about animal rights and the rights of disadvantaged communities from across the globe. I invite Dr. Sam Perkins to present the occasional address.
Thank you, Chancellor. Hello, everyone. What an absolute pleasure and a privilege it is to be with all of you today at this graduation ceremony. And honestly, what a surprise it was to be asked to deliver this address. And then I found out that I had 7 minutes to talk to you, and that surprise became a challenge. Because as someone who's quite neurospicy, the idea of delivering an address within 7 minutes is quite the feat for me. And so I've done something new. I decided to prepare. I decided to write it down. And so here in front of me today is my first written down speech. And that poses some other challenges because I'm also dyslexic. So we'll get through this together, I'm sure. But look, first things first, I'd like to congratulate each and every one of you who are graduating here today. For some of you, this will feel like the end of a journey. For some of you, it'll feel like the start. But regardless, what you have achieved is remarkable, and it will act as a foundational element in everything that lies ahead, regardless of where your journeys take you. I encourage you to take the time to reflect on this moment, to celebrate and to be proud of what you've achieved. And if I'm honest, that's something that I wish I'd done more of when I was in your position as a graduate myself. I'd like to pay a particular acknowledgement to everybody who's supported all of you get to where you are today. From family and friends, to technical staff and academics, to administrative staff and management, this is truly a collective effort, and none of us would be here without all of you, so thank you. As someone with dyslexia and who's recently been diagnosed with ADHD, I'd also like to shine the spotlight on those who are neurodivergent among us, and to those who have overcome and come to this point whilst overcoming challenges and disadvantage outside of their control. I think you're remarkable. Now, since sitting where you are now, I've been on an exciting and very wiggly journey. It's taken me to work in 15 countries and to live in 5. I've worked as an academic, I've worked in the humanitarian and development sectors, I've worked in the private sector and in the not-for-profit sector. I'm currently the CEO of Cellular Agriculture Australia, a not-for-profit organisation that is looking to ensure that we have an ethical, sustainable and accessible food system in the future. For me, cellular agriculture is the perfect example of how science, engineering and technology can be applied to overcome or support tackling a number of the complex and wicked problems we face around the world today, be that climate change, deforestation and biodiversity loss, human health and well-being, and animal suffering. And for me, it is the embodiment of why we need all of you in the future of our workforce. So I've been invited here today to share a couple of thoughts that have resonated with me as I've gone through my journey to get to this point. I hope that some of them are of interest and potentially are of assistance, but that's for you to decide. So firstly, my path started out on a very linear trajectory. As I had a childhood dream of getting into Formula One as an engineer. That led me to do my mechanical engineering degree and go on to do a PhD in aeronautical engineering. And that was all at the University of Tasmania. And then in the middle of my PhD, I discovered and started to unpack the philosophical and ethical frameworks that surround Buddhism. This led me to unpack a lot about myself, the world around me, and how I related to it. And it led me to a simple but incredibly powerful manifesto for myself. And that is, until everybody would be willing to trade places with anybody, there's work to be done. And from that point on, I've tried to focus my energy and my efforts in trying to do that work. I've tried to apply my skills, my knowledge, my experience, and my privilege as best I can wherever that's taken me. And so it's at this point I would like you to consider 3 things. 1, how you can broaden your horizons, how you can explore other fields of study, ways of thinking, cultural backgrounds, and beliefs. How you can think critically about what it is that is really the most important to you, and then what it is that you really want to achieve through your careers. And then I invite you to follow that direction with conviction. Be open to opportunities, especially when the energy is flowing towards them, and especially if it goes against the grain. Now, this manifesto led me to the humanitarian sector, where I was fortunate to work for the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees in their innovation unit. And there I was responsible for looking at new ways the organisation could provide access to energy for refugees and internally displaced persons around the world. Shortly after starting at UNHCR, I found myself landing on a desert runway in Dolowado, a refugee settlement in the corner of Ethiopia, Kenya and Somalia that at that time housed 250 Somali refugees who had fled famine and conflict in their homeland. Now here I was, as a white man, getting out of a white UN-chartered plane with a bright white t-shirt, about to step into a white Land Cruiser with UN written on the side. To say that I stood out like dog's balls is an understatement. And so there I was, looking like dog's balls and feeling like a fish out of water. And it was at that moment that I really realised just how useless my technical knowledge and expertise were unless I could understand how it was that they could be applied or should be applied in an appropriate manner that suited the context. And it was at that point that I was able to be guided by and supported by some amazing colleagues who helped me understand the challenges and opportunities and priorities as were seen by the people who were living in that context. And to do that, I had to rely on them and be guided by them and try to empathise with the people who found themselves in that situation. This human-centred approach not only changed the way I work, but went on to change the way the organisation not only looked at the development of solutions, but went on to look at the way it should identify and prioritise problems before solutions are developed. And so this leads me to one of the most pivotal moments in my career and the fourth point that I'd like to share with you today. And that is realising the importance of understanding the problem space. Understanding the importance of empathy and how critical understanding the problem space is before you consider developing a solution. Now this, I believe, is critical for everybody, but I think it is most critical for those coming from a science, engineering and technology background, where we become used to being given problems to solve, and we typically become attached to the solutions that we develop and end up looking for problems to place them in. Now, the last point I would like to leave you with has a slightly more personal tint to it. It has taken me a long time and a lot of effort to become deeply comfortable and confident in who I am and how I operate. What I'm good at, what I'm not, the environments that I thrive in and those that I struggle in. It is something that I wish I'd spent more time doing and unpacking earlier. Because it is only really when you get to a point where you are comfortable in that you can start to position yourself in professional and personal situations that are going to truly set you up for success and allow you to bring your best selves forward. And that is something that we all deserve. So I encourage you to spend the time, even if it's uncomfortable, and it probably will be, because it probably should be, and to fiercely stand by what you discover. You shouldn't have to put up with anything less, and I know I'm not going to. So once again, I would like to congratulate each and every one of you who are graduating today. I wish you all the best on everything that lies ahead of you. I hope you have a cracking celebration tonight. You deserve it. And thank you to everyone for having me.
Thank you very much for that really honest conversation with us, Sam. And I use the word conversation deliberately rather than a speech, because I feel that as your words took hold, we were engaged in it. And we felt as though there were many things that we could connect. Sam made a couple of really important points, which I'll quickly make. He shows us so clearly that education is for everyone. It's about valuing difference. It's about recognising what each and every one of us bring to what I'll call at the moment the learning equation. And then the next bit is about how we respond to that equation to get to the other side. And I think Sam provided us a little bit of a snapshot of what that is, and that is about learning to be comfortable with yourself. Find yourself in that space and then take on your challenges, shape them, listen to others, reshape them, listen to others, and keep on moving forward through that commitment. So, Sam, thank you very much for your honesty. It was breathtaking, but also the way that you connected to all of us here in this room. I would now like to call upon Professor Tina Acuna, representing the Chair of Academic Senate, to present candidates for degrees and diplomas.
I call upon the candidates to stand. Councillor, I commend to you the candidates whose names are listed in the conferral list before you for admission to the degrees and for the award of the diplomas shown. They have completed all requirements for their awards to the satisfaction of the Academic Senate.
By virtue of the authority vested in my office, I admit you and the candidates in absentia, as listed in the conferral list before me, to the degrees and award the diplomas for which you and they have qualified.
Please join with me in congratulating the new graduates and diplomats. Graduates and diplomats, please be seated. Councillor, the graduates and diplomats will now be presented to you.
Jordan Abrahams.
What's going on? Councillor, for the Bachelor of Business and Bachelor of ICT, I present to you Liam Quinn. For Bachelor of Information and Communication Technology, Thomas Ambrose. Corey Barr. Daniel Raynert John Broadby. Eddie Chen. Simran Chetri. Hesu Cho. Toby Lee Coy. Fraser James Crawford. Hugh James Gable. William John Geeves. Leo James Tardrew Headley. Yu Chang Kim. Brian Jiu Yang King. Nikita Marie Lane. Dui Phuong Trin Lee. Pei Han Lee. Liz Huo Sun. Magnus Harvey Harrison McRae. Nu Tien Hung Nguyen. Johannes Orion Nicholas. Wok Min Dam Pham. Lois Ray Smith. Ji Sang Chan Song. Ethan Alexander Stainer. Theodore Ing Ting Tiong. Mohammed Rahi Al Tohid. Maxwell Richard Vincent. Samuel Carl von Stiglitz. Jack William Westcott. Jordan Thomas Wild Brown. Yuchen Zhang. Ruowen Zhao. For Bachelor of Information and Communication Technology and Bachelor of Science. Joshua Adam Wirenga. For Bachelor of Engineering Civil with honours. Quan Liu. Samuel McKnight Gray. Kim Che Shrengros. Thomas Wentworth Edwards. Dana Louise Jane Gillies. Levi Nungak Christie. Maliva Savic. Zachary David Buick. Benjamin William Hilfenhaus. Trevor Ngok Sao Ling. Manoli Melias. Lea Vicentine. Voon Zi Yong. For Bachelor of Engineering, Electrical Power, with honours. Ronan Martin Longdon. For Bachelor of Engineering, Electrical and Electronics, with honours. Dominic Liam Winter. Morgan Caitlin Y. For Bachelor of Engineering, Electronics and Communications, with honours. Jordan Francis Benjamin Abrahams. Moby Edwards. For Bachelor of Engineering, Mechanical, with honours. Jason Douglas Ash Williams. Yutian Fan. Zachary George Walker. William Alexandris Kuplis. Samuel Rahman Law. For Bachelor of Information and Communication Technology, honours. Rujie Huang. Elia L. Jasper Woolley. Councillor, I present to you Pise Ma, whom you have admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Information and Communication Technology honours. Pise has been awarded a university medal, the highest academic award made to an undergraduate student. I ask you, Councillor, to present the university medal to Pise Ma. For Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Engineering Civil with honours in Engineering, Thomas Fulton. For Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Engineering Electrical Power with honours in Engineering, Alexander Daniel Kingsley. Isaac Keith Denholm. For Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Engineering, Electrical and Electronics with honours in Engineering, Oliver Hamilton. Mark Ryan Stack. Gabriel Lewis Dayton. Meg Phillips. For Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Engineering, Electronics and Communications with honours in Engineering, James Christopher Parkin. For Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Engineering, Mechanical with honours in Engineering, Jaden Jeffrey Leach. Jack Leon Waller. Matthew Jack French. Councillor, I present to you Jara Ray Lewis, whom you have admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Engineering Mechanical, with honours in engineering. Jara has been awarded a university medal, the highest academic award made to an undergraduate student. I ask you, Councillor, to present the university medal to Jara Ray Lewis. For Master of Information, Technology and Systems, Anjali. Felipe Bernardo Araujo Chavez. Nadine Bardana Ani. Parul Bhagat. Wen Yu Chai. Saiyan Chan. Pradip Chapagain. Sachindra Chowdhury. Damini. Poonam Devi. Thang Long Dong. An Chien Duong. Feng Jiayi. Sarang Vipulkumar Gadhia. Gurisimran Kaur. Afdal Shamir Hamid. Zenglin He. Nguyen Ni. Mohana Ya Priya Jagannathan. Shen Ya Ji. Fatima Shamna Karutha Vadakarathil. Amandeep Kaur. Pulsokun Riang Si Kut. Siu Kong. Ashwini Koti. Chun Yat Lam. Don Yu Now. Jung Hyung Lee. Lee Jie. He Bazahera Sohile Mark No Ja. Manpreet Kaur. Nguyen Ngok Hoang Tram. Phuoc Tram Huong Nguyen. Thi Kim Hui Nguyen. Sunny Uun Namure Oga Bide. Ayush Pandey. Prashanth Defidrina Pereira. Palkin Puri. Ruman Azmat Qureshi. Ritu Kalyan. Natalia Rodriguez Botero. S.M. Saif. Zingo Shi. Geethanjali Shyam Sundar Raju. Roshis Tamang. Cheng Tian. Tian Zongyu. Lukshini Madhu Shika Walawe Gurudi Hawaya Ara Chige. Jinzang Wang. Wang Sizhe. Yi Wang. Yijun Wang. Tian Yushu. Chunyu Yang. Shuo Yang. Mingyang Yin. Qianrui Yang Shang. Zehua Zheng. Paulina Zelenska. For Master of Professional Engineering, Civil and Structural, Hui Rong Si. Yuhan Liu. Wei Hao Chen. William Lee. Kok Truyen Luong. Izu Chuk Wu Stephen Olodu. Ripple Wang. For Master of Professional Engineering, Mechanical, Guang Shui Luo. Himanshu Sharma. Councillor, that concludes the presentation of graduates and diplomates from the College of Science and Engineering.
I now call upon the Dean of Graduate Research, Professor Lisa Fletcher, to present those graduates who qualified for a research higher degree in graduate research.
Councillor, research is one of the major activities of the University of Tasmania, and the strength and diversity of our research is reflected in our consistent world-class performance across a breadth of disciplines. This research excellence makes a real difference, having an impact right across Tasmania and from here across Australia and the world. Our higher degree research graduates make very significant contributions to these research activities, for it is their hunger for understanding and dedication to research that enables the generation of new knowledge through analysis, innovation and insight. We greatly value our higher degree graduate researchers and recognise the excellence and importance of their work across a wide variety of disciplines. Councillor, it gives me great pleasure to present to you the new higher degree research graduates. Councillor, you have admitted Meredith Ann Cassels to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Cassels investigated the issue of ensuring ICT education content is kept industry relevant in the fast-paced field of technology. She developed a citizen science approach to encourage educators, students and industry to share informal information and have open communication. Councillor, Dr. Meredith Ann Cassels. Councillor, I present to you Zhixiang Wang. Dr. Huang's research integrates blockchain and cloud computing, introducing a benchmarking framework for optimising blockchain performance on cloud platforms. It establishes a blockchain as a service quality matrix for evaluating and ranking blockchain services and a service-level agreement-based resource management system that automates performance optimisation. Councillor, Dr. Zhixiang Huang. Councillor, I present to you Andrew Patrick Marshall. Dr. Marshall has improved the prospects of preterm infants through better oxygen delivery. He evaluated a control algorithm that delivers supplemental oxygen to maintain safe blood oxygen saturations and developed an adaptive controller that responds to life-threatening periods of instability. Councillor, Dr. Andrew Patrick Marshall. Councillor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from graduate research.
It is now my great pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Jordan Thomas Wild Brown, who graduated today with a Bachelor of Information and Communication Technology. Mr. Wild Brown will now give the valedictory address on behalf of the cohort of students who are graduating today.
Councillor, distinguished guests, members of the university, graduates, family and friends. I'm honoured to stand here representing the graduate class today. I've given a lot of thought about how I wanted to reflect on our time here, and for me, that's been 3 years. But it is so hard to fit 3 years into just 3 minutes. That's 3 minutes of hard work and of learning, and it's 3 minutes of mistakes and of growing. And to top it off, I've already spent the first 30 seconds talking about how little time I have. But it really feels as if these past few years have flown by just as fast as those 30 seconds. And every moment, good or bad, has been important in helping us grow. It is said that it takes a village to raise a child, but my experience here at uni has shown me that it takes a village to raise a student. Whether you're one of those students, or family, friends or faculty, every person in front of me today is part of that village. And each person's experience within it is unique. Everyone throws their own ideas and perspectives into that big cooking pot in the middle of the village. And the best part of being a student is having the privilege to not only share with, but partake in that pot. What it means to be a student is to soak up all the ideas we can and use those to shape our own opinions and learning. And I'd like to thank you, Tas, for being that village for us all, because that experience is invaluable. In particular, I'm grateful to the university faculty. All those early morning lectures to classes of dead-eyed students are appreciated by us all, believe me. And your patience and generosity doesn't go unnoticed. I'm thankful for my family, who have been amazingly supportive in my studies. My parents are incredible people, and they have shaped who I am today and the person I want to become. Just as it is impossible to squeeze 3 years into 3 minutes, it's impossible for me to begin to even grasp at the value of anyone's degree but my own. Everyone here has faced their own unique challenges and grown in different ways. And I would encourage everyone graduating here today to reflect on what their degree or diploma means to them, and stand proud that you made it this far. Today, we may be finished with our studies, but we are not finished learning. Everyone in this room should continue to learn from those around us, continue to share your ideas and ask questions, and keep an open mind as we move on to this next chapter in our lives. Thank you.
Just like Jordan said, it is so difficult to put all of those years into 3 minutes. But I think there was probably one thing that I really sensed here today with all of you, is that about the village and the contribution that other people make to your growth and development. Sometimes that contribution is very small. It happens in passing. And other times, as Jordan has spoken about, it's that constant of your family and your friends and your key educators that are your village. Now, after today, your village may change, but I urge you to always be a member of a village. It brings great rewards. That concludes our ceremony today, or just about. Thank you very much, one and all. I'd like to take the time to encourage each of you to acknowledge the contribution of your family and friends who have supported you on your path to graduation today. And just as Jordan said, sometimes there'll be bumpy patches and sometimes there are smooth patches. But the help is critical to your success. Please take a moment to acknowledge it. In so many ways, graduation is that collective achievement. It really matters to have a moment to be with and to acknowledge all the people who have been part of the journey. I now invite graduates to stand and turn and express your gratitude to those who have supported you with a round of applause. Please stand. Thank you. If you could all be seated now, we will come to the conclusion of the ceremony. As you celebrate your graduation today, you join a vibrant global family of over 150,000 graduates who have taken this precious University of Tasmania experience to all continents around the world and across more than 130 countries. I'm proud to say that I am one of those graduates and I remember it frequently. Remember that you're not leaving the university. As alumni of the university, you have joined what is a very special university community. You are now members of our extended university family, or village, and I do hope that you all keep in touch. Graduation ceremonies represent a very special moment, and being here with you all today could not be more important and more heartwarming for me. As I've said previous occasions, standing in front of a group of graduates gives me great hope for the future. Enjoy the rest of the day with families and friends. Professor Black and I now invite you, your family and guests to refreshments in the Federation Ballroom on level 2 of this building. I ask you all to stand while the procession retires and invite you to join us. Thank you.